Innovation, an overrated word, a word that could mean anything and everything. If it's misunderstood, it could deliver the wrong thing. If it's misunderstood, it could determine the company's failure. If it's misunderstood, it could ruin everything that you've built on for so long. So how does innovation work? Innovation is constant. Without innovation, no business can survive. But also innovation needs to be a bit reserved. It needs to be very similar to and familiar to the audience. So it depends which audience are you talking to and what sort of values are you contributing through innovation. Now, when you think about innovation and you think, okay, I have the greatest innovation in here. But again, is that innovative idea or innovative product or innovative service relevant to your audience? Maybe not. So think about the values. So when you think about innovation, deep inside, dive inside and find out what are the values of this innovation and how these values are relevant to your audience. Now, innovation is too extreme. Innovation is too spread. Narrow it down, focus on it, but understand one thing very important, and I'm going to tell you this 5 points. A, when you think about innovation, think of value. When you think about innovation, think about the audience you're addressing. When you think about innovation, think about the constant. You innovated your product and service today, but what's going to happen 2 to 4 or 5 years from now? So you're going to need an R&D. So you're going to need an R&D. Do you have that R&D? No, you don't. So do a survey. As a startup, you cannot afford an R&D. Do a survey. Get an insight, constant insight from your audience, and innovate based on your audience, not based on you, not based on you, because you are not the customer. You are not the buyer. The audience are the buyer. Now, if you're going to go an extreme and get too worried about your product and you're going to keep on adding, you could get cluttered. When you get cluttered, you also can run out of cash. But do this. Innovate based on audience demand. So you have supply and you have demand, right? So if the demand goes up, supply meets the demand and not the other way around. So if you keep on innovating on your product, you're raising up the supply. While the demand is low, that's going to be costly and that's going to be a failure. So the 4th point is this. Innovate, understand how supply and demand works and how you can meet both of them and balance them. Number 5, which is also very important, innovate and understand that your relevance on the innovation within the category itself, within the sector itself, if you have any competition, is higher than your competition. Take Instagram and Snapchat, for example. Snapchat continued innovating, continued innovating, but Instagram innovatively, beautifully. It did it a lot better. Same sort of technology, but who did it better? Instagram did it better. It is far more emotionally driven. It far more connects to the Y generation. Why Snapchat stayed dried and continued innovating on the same core, Sometimes you have to add value to the core itself. I hope this helped you a lot. And these 5 pointers helped you a lot on innovation. And remember one thing, innovation is constant, change is constant. So when you have a product or service, whether if it's a restaurant, whether if it's an app, you have to continuously innovate based on the demand and based on the insight of your audience, not yours, not what you think, and not what you feel, and not what your parents tell you, not what your friends tell you. No, based on the audience. Always have a constant survey. Get it in, put it in, study it. Then add value, not add value because you want to, no, because the demand requires that. Remember, supply meets demand and not the other way around. Thank you very much.